So, yeah, this report, it's still, this is not, it's not hand in ready yet. So let's add something more to it. Let's add maybe an illustration or a picture. Now to do that, we're going to go to the Insert tab. The other word for insert is add, right? So we're going to add an illustration. Illustrations can be anything, and you'll see them there, right? There's the word illustrations. It can be anything from a picture to a chart to a shape to an icon. Now I'm going to start off with the easy one. I'm going to start by adding a picture. Now this whole report is based on robotics. So I'm going to click on pictures, and I'm going to go, normally it opens up in your picture document for you. Now I'm going to go, my pictures is in download. So I'm going to pick a picture for robotics. Let's choose that one. I like that. Okay, so there we have a picture on the Internet of Things. It's not really robotics, but it might be. No, that's not. Okay, so do you see it just vanished? No, it didn't. I pressed delete. So if I wanted to remove a picture, I press delete. So let's just go into that insert picture. Now I'm going to select a different picture. Let's select this robot arm here. And there we go. That looks a bit more robotic, right? So now I have the picture. Now this picture is added underneath the paragraph. Now, if I want to change it and I want to move it around, you can go by taking your mouse and clicking on the picture. It gives you those 4 little arrows, which indicates you are now, your cursor of your mouse or your pointer of your mouse is now over the picture. Now I want to change some of the properties of the picture. Now, how do we do that? Well, by going to the Format tab. When we go to Format, just to show you, Insert, you will see there it says Picture Tool. I'm going to click on that selected tab, and now I get a whole bunch of options that I can form with my picture. I can, for instance, with my picture, I can create a frame for the picture. I can say I want an outline for that picture. You can make it any color you want. You can also make the width of the frame a bit bigger. You can also make it different dashes, or so that it looks differently. You can also say you can choose different outline colors. That's the first one that we look at. So those are all picture styles that I'm working with. Also, maybe I want to add I want to display it in a specific way, so it adds shadows to this picture. So those are all options. That looks almost like a 3D option, right? And there's all bunch of options that you can add. You can also add a glow to your picture, so that would help. Oh, I like that option. That looks pretty. So I'm going to choose that, and then I can also say a specific layout, how I would want my picture to display. There is also preloaded, so template types of picture styles that I can select, and if you press on the down arrow, there's like an oval one. There's all a bunch of different options that you can choose from. Those styles has been preloaded for you. So those are the picture styles. There is also how to adjust it, so you can change the color of the picture. You can also you can still play around with the coloring. There is also the adjusting effects. I'm going to add later on, I'll add a different picture just to show you some of the pictures that you can do, or the effects that you can change. Then you can also have changed picture. So here we can go and we can change the picture. So let's say I want to change a picture from file, and I'm going to go back to that IoT file. Right, now there's my picture. Let's go again and see how I can change some of the coloring of this document. So see, if we want to change, sometimes the color isn't correct, and so we want to change it. For instance, there you can make it black and white, you can make it green, and there's a whole bunch of different options that you can choose from there. There's also the correction, where you can sharpen the image. So sometimes the picture isn't in focus, so you want to sharpen the quality of the picture. You can click on sharpen. You can also have brightness, where it turns up the brightness of the picture, so you can change that, and there's other options available as well. This picture now might be easier to manipulate, so you'll again see those styles. There's a soft edge style, there is a rounded edge style. I like the rounded edge, that looks pretty. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that. But also, do you see I have a mirroring effect? Last thing that I want to talk about pictures is the fact that I like this picture, but I can't move it around. I would like the picture to be next to that paragraph. Now, do you see that little icon there? That's the layout option. Now, you also have the layout option at the arrange section, where you have position. So if I position it, it's going to add it in a specific section. So there it adds it to the top. But I want to be able to move it around myself. So I'm going to click on this little icon just next to the left of it. I'm going to say, okay, I want to tighten my text around, and I'm going to show you. So if I move this now in, and I'm going to, if you want to increase and decrease your size, you click on those rounded edges. So I'm going to make it a bit smaller. So there we go. I'm decreasing the size of this picture. Now, you'll see that the text is tightly around it. I also can, if I want, I can say that I want the text to go through it. I can then say also that I want the paragraph to break up, so that some of the paragraph is at the top and at the bottom. There's the option to have it behind, so it is behind the text, and there is also the option to have it in front of the text. I'm going to choose the option where it's tight, so when I sit it on that side, there it neatly is next to my paragraph. And those are just picture options. In a later video, I'll show you more options on what other illustrations you can add.